Welcome to Why Land Prices Continually Increase. I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Barry Ison. I've been in real estate industry for over 30 years, also as a developer, 30 years in finance, part owner of an architectural business and part owner of a hotel management business. Please visit my website for more details on myself. Remember, investing should be fun. Enjoy yourself while making money in the future. Why land prices continually increase? This is a complex question, and as there are many parts to it, and it involves various government bodies, lack of forward planning by governments, plus their interference in the real estate market, as we have seen in the past few years, and now in the coming years, as the present government is also adding to more issues. This webinar will be about an overview of how land prices continually increase with examples of land development projects and research, aerial views, which gives you an idea of what happens there, and just so that you have a fundamental understanding. I've chosen a couple of projects to look at. They're only examples at this stage, and we have other projects, but they help to explain and visually look to see what they're like. Now, this is divided into three parts: general information on real estate market, media disinformation, and lack of research by the investors. General information on the market. Relating to real estate, you need to look at or look for opportunities in the market when they are available, like now. Currently, the real estate market is going through a change. However, this means different things to different people. Example, home buyers are concerned with interest rate changes and property prices, plus locations where they want to live and how far from their work. Different to that, you've got investors. They're looking for capital growth in various locations and rental returns. People generally look at locations around where they live, at properties and prices, etc. And it's what people do as they know areas that they are familiar with. However, where they live may be too expensive with low rental incomes compared to prices that the properties value. What about locations you do not know about? You can make money and help you long term with wealth in retirement. This usually is beyond people's knowledge because their knowledge of various areas is limited. Media disinformation. This is very important. The media gives us negative information, so you need to listen to what the media are saying and if it's relevant to the information you want. Here is an example. There are areas in Australia that are going well and obtaining high rental incomes, 5 to 15% plus capital growth. Example, there is property located in outer areas of main capital cities at new development land projects where prices are rising due to the cost of development. Yes, inflation, also population movement. Invest in these areas, you can obtain higher rentals and higher capital growth, as I'll show you shortly. If you wait, you are falling behind the market and prices are increasing. This is why you need to invest in inflationary times in real estate. I have various properties across Australia that may suit you and your budget, and I will work with you to find the most suitable property. Example of research and material information from QSM Research. The following slide was supplied to us from them, showing you the difference of what's being said in the media and the reality of what's happening. This graph is showing auction clearance rates on the 21st of May 2023 at 59.6%. Now, at that time, the news media was saying the clearance rate was 75 to 70%. So you can see the disparity between the two. Now, this is looking at all different states. Down the bottom here, it tells you Victoria, New South Wales, Queensland, etc. So be careful of what you read. Remember, if you do Google, Google costs you nothing, and that's what you're paying for your research. One problem that investors have is a lack of research, where to look and how to find the opportunities. Where's the best place to invest? Research various areas of opportunity in capital growth and high rent returns. That's what we do here, is do all that research, talk to people, talk to the developers, what are they doing, to give a good understanding of short and long term. To add to the research, we talk with numerous developers directly and we discuss their projects, also future projects. This applies to all developers across Australia. We are in constant contact with numerous developers daily. We also put together property packages if a client's package they are interested in is not readily available. So we can actually put one together for you. Now, this is an example. This is a screenshot I took off something I found on Google. Now, it had Denman, which is located 2 hours west of Newcastle, which is north of Sydney. Ranked Denman, a small town in the mining area and vineyards and cattle, etc., was ranked #1 as the highest capital growth area for the last 3 years. This was my choice 3 years ago for my clients and for their individual names and for their self-managed super fund. House and land was 450,000. Now it's 600,000 plus, and it's still increasing in value. Now, the report that was done on this Google search I obtained, that was done by artificial intelligence, which means that they did not talk to developers or things, other people, what's happening for the future. They were running off of what was happening in the past. So when they projected the figures, they come up with 3 or 4% for the capital growth, not 30 or 40%, which is the reality of it. Denman has high rentals and capital growth. The research from previous pages do not show such a high growth for coming years, as I just mentioned, only 3 to 4%. Understanding the market is crucial and financial benefits for my clients. Now, where the red dot is, where is Denman? Those areas there, patchy, they're all the coal mines, and you've got 2 coal mines just opened outside of town, creating 350 jobs. And there are, to the west of it, another location where there is a slaughterhouse and a feedlot opening, which will increase by population. Again, vacancy rate in that area is below 1%. Now, this is Pamela Way, Denman. Land from $95,000. Now it's up to $190,000 and increasing. As you can see down that street there, vacant land is about 4 or 5 blocks on one side and the same on the other. This is a good location and high growth and rent returns. So that's done very well for the clients. This webinar is about an overview of land prices continuing to increase with examples of development projects and research. And the research part is very important. Here we've got showing you Newcastle, which is north of Sydney, and you've got areas west of it. You've got areas there which is like Maitland, and south of that, Cessnock, and out further to Muswellbrook and Denman. Muswellbrook is just out at here, and then Denman is just below it. Now, the site we're looking at here is west of Newcastle, Cessnock area, and that's just their High Ridge estate there. And out again, where you can see Muswellbrook, and where the blue dot was what Denman was. Cessnock was where the blue area is here, and there, located site. Also, Bellbird's suburb is below it, and vacant land between it. So you got Bellbird at the bottom here. Just there is Christie's Creek. The population of Cessnock is 56,000 people. Now, through this area here, between those two sites, is where it's all being developed presently, and you've got roads which will connect up to both areas. Now, this gives you an idea of what's happening when you go to new areas and the possibilities of high capital growth over a few years as a project is developing. This is the suburb of Bellbird, which I showed you in the previous slide. And Christie's Creek was at the top. Land in 2019 was $160,000 at Bellbird just here. And now it's up to 380,000 plus for just the land itself. And you can see vacant land, which is partly suitable for residential subdivisions. Here, not all of it is usable, and they've got a large developer working on joining the two blue dots together. This here, where the blue dot here is, this is Christie's Creek. Above that is two other new projects across the road. That there is a high school. You've got racetrack, sporting fields, everything there. Now, close to shopping. Cost of development, going back to that, this is Christie's Creek, where they've got a small creek running through, and they're going to highlight the creek to make it look more attractive, and it makes the project more unique as to other projects around the place. And all that, the trucks and all that cost money every year, continually increasing. Now, this is an aerial of while the work was under construction, or this Christie's Creek. Again, where the blue is, that's where the water is running through, which they've all done. Now, all this land there is all sold. There's a site plan of Christie's Creek and a completed Christie's Creek, and they've got the houses are being built on it right now as we speak. And you can see it's a short walk from there to the schools, recreation, and the shopping centre, etc. Now, for another angle, a new subdivision which was above it. This is where we get interested and we start talking about money. This is a brochure from Toro Homes, which is building a 3-bedroom plus 2-bedroom dual key, and that means that one side of the house has got 3 bedrooms on it. The other side, which has got a separate entrance, has got 2 bedrooms. The dual key 3+2 in 2021 was sold for $574,000, and estimated rent at the time was $630 a week. This property is now valued at $850,000 plus, and rent is $1,000 a week. This is the capital growth that you can look at when you're buying a new property on a new estate in a growing area. Land prices will continue to rise as cost and availability is reduced, plus government interference, which I just said earlier, cost increasing, and their interference with the market from all government sectors, which includes council, which are always trying to make things more expensive and create more issues of reports being required. Now, just to show that I just don't do the rural areas as such as you've been looking at. This is one of another property located for investment at Southport, and it's good high capital growth and high rentals. This particular property being sold by a large developer, you can see it's at Southport, right near the shopping centre, and actually below the building, they are building a 40,000 square metre shopping centre. 1 bedroom, 480,000, rent 655 a week, 7%. 2 bedrooms, 655,000, rent 875, 7% return. Now on the capital growth side, they were selling the units on a per square basis, $1,000 per square metre lower than other places around. So you would have picked up a capital growth just by buying the property off plan. So there are various locations available, NDIS, etc., and in different states: West Australia, South Australia, Victoria, New South Wales, Queensland, etc. The conclusion: I'm here to help you look and select suitable properties, and we can discuss your personal situation. You can do it even in your own name, or do it in your self-managed super fund. Research suitable locations of growth areas and expanding residential areas. That's what I do. Help select suitable and affordable areas across Australia for my clients, and consider various types of properties: apartments, townhouses, houses, villas, dual key, duplexes, and NDIS rentals from 5% to 15%, depending on your particular needs and financial requirements. Now, all you need to do is contact me, and we can work out a suitable plan for your future by investing in real estate, in either your own name or in a self-managed super fund name. Land prices in Cessnock area increased from 160,000 for 600 square metres, and are now up to 380,000, and they're hitting over the 400,000 and still increasing. So there are property projects like this around Australia. All we need to do is find out what your budget is and what we can do to help you do this, and help you out with different people that can assist you. Now, if you've been invited to this seminar by a company, thank this company who invited you. Give your comments on this webinar content and what other information you may be interested in the next webinars. Also discuss with them if real estate investment is for you, what about the amount that you could invest, what's your borrowing capacity, also about using cash or equity, which one would you do, what position are you in, also what tax rebates will be suitable. Your accountant, financial advisor can advise you on that. Your mortgage broker can talk to you on your borrowing capacity. So I work with all those people to make sure that we get the right type of property for you and is suitable. So I hope to see you again on the next video. So thank you for watching.